Hello, my name is Matthew Larson. I work at Rosecrance Harrison campus. I am Therapeutic Rec Specialist here. I specialize in yoga, mindfulness, and meditation. I'm here to talk to you today about some techniques that can be used to promote mindfulness, meditation, calming oneself, lowering anxiety, stress, working to calm the turnings of the mind, and helping to bring yourself to a more centered and balanced state. The first thing I would like to talk to you about today is using a labyrinth practice. A labyrinth is a single meandering path that guides the practitioner along a transformative journey. This can help solve problems, soothe the nerves, calm the soul, and heal the body, and mend the heart. The labyrinth practice predates any connection to specific cultural or religious ties, but can be used by any willing participant to connect with their own spiritual relationship and encourage a deep sense of connection and peace within. There have been many labyrinths constructed around the world. You can find your own labyrinth close to you by searching Labyrinth Locator through Google. Today, I would like to show you how to draw your own so that you can have one wherever you go. I have laid out here some schematic on drawing these labyrinths. Each one is starting with a plus sign with dots around the outer corners. Our 3-circuit labyrinth, a little bit more simple. The 7-circuit labyrinth adds these L-shaped parts to create more circuits. The circuits are the loops that go around the center. We have our inner center in each one of these, and then the circuits that go around. To do this, you always start at the top middle point, at the top of the plus sign, and you choose a direction. You can either go to the left or go to the right, connecting with the next point, whether it be the corner dot or the side of the plus sign or L shape. Looking at this a little closer, we will have the picture also attached along with this. You can see that following these and connecting these through will connect all of the outer points on the original design in a way that creates this meandering pattern that guides you along the path to the center, and then the practice is also taking that path back outward. The 7th circuit labyrinth is a little bit more complex, can be a little bit more time-consuming, but can also create a little bit deeper sense of journey that can go along with that practice. As one moves through the journey of the labyrinth towards the center, it's like coming closer to one's own center. The realization of this inner connection is then taken back along the journey outward to be embodied in one's own daily responsibilities, interactions, and relationships, both with the self and with others. For the second part of this session, I would like to lead through a little bit of yoga practice. Yoga isn't always just the postures that are seen in videos, TV, and studios. Yoga is uniting the mind, body, spirit, emotions, feelings, sensations, working with the different aspects of self to help to center, balance, and become more connected within. I would like to begin by reading from the Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nikolai Bachman on the Sanskrit word atta, which means readiness and commitment. This is also the first word in the instructional teachings of the Yoga Sutras. Atta means beginning the study of who we are where we are, and how we can make incremental changes to our inner and outer self in order to be less involved with material objects and more in tune with how we feel and how our actions affect those around us. Learning, practicing, and integrating the various aspects of yoga happens over a long period of time and requires patience and perseverance. As we start with this readiness towards our practice, I invite you to start off in a seated position, feet grounded to the floor, sit bones nice and grounded into your seat, a little bit off the back of the chair towards the front of the seat, opening the shoulders, letting the arms rest onto the legs, sliding the shoulders over the hips and the ears over the shoulders. Just coming to a comfortable awareness of breath. As you feel the breath move in and out, allow that gentle expansion and release to take the focus of your mind into the subtle sensations that you feel, expanding through the belly, through the chest, through the upper and lower back. Allow for some slight adjustments, allowing yourself to sit a little bit more balanced. And allow the mind to settle down into the movement of the breath, like a leaf floating along a river. Allowing the mind to rise and fall with the breath. It may meander and wander, but then it comes back to its connection, to its gentle undulation, flowing along. Allowing a sense of settling and widening deeper within through the breath. On a breath in, gently roll the shoulders up towards the ears and exhale them back and down, allowing the arms to come to the sides as you breathe in again. Float those arms gently to the sides and up, letting the breath take them up and then release them on the exhales, moving slowly with the breath. Repeating this 3 to 5 times, allowing yourself to come more and more into the connection between the movements, the breath, and the intentionality of the mind. Bring one hand down to the seat of the chair and gently rise the other arm on the breath up towards the sky, breathing through that long side body, gently reaching down with the hip and the sit bones and feeling the expansion up with the breath towards the fingertips. On an exhale, let this arm release and repeat on the other side. Rolling the shoulders open, bring the hands to the knees. And we're going to gently move the spine forward and back without really moving the shoulders or where we sit. So as you breathe in, gently allow the hips, the top of the hips to roll forward, the spine comes forward, but the shoulders open back and the shoulder blades gently come in towards each other. As you exhale, reverse this posture, allowing the spine to sink back, the hips to roll back, the shoulders roll forward, and the head can gently bow down. As you inhale, gently raise the head for a little extra extension through the spine, and continue this movement back and forth with the breath. Breathing in, spine forward, shoulders open, head up. Exhale, spine back. Shoulders forward, head comes down. Return back to your center. Take the arms out to the sides, rise them to the sides and up. And as you exhale, gently fold over the legs. Allow yourself to rest the belly and the shoulders and chest onto the legs. Widen them as you need. Allow yourself to be comfortable within this posture. Let the head rest down and even turn the top of the head towards the floor, allowing a gentle expansion of the back to almost feel like it pours over the shoulders, over the head, and towards the floor. Slowly rise up from this posture. Open the shoulders, and then gently come standing, moving behind the chair, using it for a little different extension, keeping the feet underneath the hips, but moving the hips back in such a way that it reaches long between the hips and the fingertips, opening through the chest, the side body, the armpits. Work towards flattening the back, bend the knees, reach the sit bones out behind you. Breathe, expand, exhale, release. You might not be able to go as far or deep as you want to into this posture initially. Allow yourself to take some time to work into it. As you find some comfortability here, you can also start to raise and turn up the sit bones behind you, lengthening through the backs of the legs, maybe taking some slight walking movement through the knees, pedaling out the feet as needed. Coming back to being seated on the chair, sitting again on the edge of the chair, bring the hands to the seat, rest the elbows into the seat back, and gently extend the chest forward and up. Let the head rest back. Breathe, opening the shoulders. Allow the breath to expand and release. And then slowly bringing yourself back to center. Once again, take a gentle swan dive, opening the arms to the sides or up, and then laying the body forward, over the knees, once again, allowing the head to sink down towards the earth. Gently support yourself back up to a seated position. Round the shoulders open and back over the hips. Align the ears back over the shoulders. Allow the hands to rest. And return back to your river of breath. Feeling a gentle lifting of that breath coming from within and up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, allowing it to gently pour over and release over the outer body, grounding back towards the earth. I would like to also end this session with a reading. This is also from the book, The Path of the Yoga Sutras. This chapter is on Parinama, transformation. Everything in nature, including ourselves, changes from moment to moment, day to day, year to year. How well we accept and adapt to changes can affect our lives in helpful or harmful ways. Our heart and mind can change quickly on the outside, but our deeply held opinions and long-standing habits are much slower to transformation. According to yoga and modern science, all matter is made up of basic elements such as iron, oxygen, and tin. These elements never fundamentally change, yet they take on different forms and combine into thousands of different molecules. We can always melt down the gold once again, returning it to its original elemental state. Each person's field of consciousness is like the gold. It can go through many, many changes over time that on the outside make it seem as though people are quite dissimilar. Yet inside we all share the inner light of awareness. The strong winds of a hurricane swirl around the outside, while in the center the eye is clear and still and unaffected by the storm. In the same way, our thoughts and emotions fluctuate around an inner light of awareness that silently watches them all. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. I would like to end with a salutation known as Namaste. Namaste is my acknowledgement of my inner light of awareness, seeing and acknowledging that same inner light of awareness within you and all that connects us and binds us as one. Thank you. Namaste.